welcome to the O'Brien Icehouse for the coverage of the AWIHL, brought to you by Fox Media and broadcast across the globe on the YouTube network. I'm Todd Morris. Great to have your company for this special round where hockey meets purpose. Melbourne Ice women host their annual Pride game tonight, celebrating inclusion, identity and community. The Adelaide Rush, they're in town though, and they're looking to spoil the party and to keep their finals hopes alive. The last time these two teams met was opening round of the AWIHL season, with Melbourne Ice winning both away clashes. Tonight, it has to be different, because if Adelaide are to keep their finals hopes alive, they need to be near perfect from here on out. I can't wait to get into this clash. It should be a great one. Melbourne in the white and, of course, wearing their Pride jerseys, and Adelaide in their traditional red. There's a couple of players in this one, though, that we have to mention, we have to highlight, that I really feel are the keys to this Adelaide Rushers win. Let's start with none other than the 9-4 Jordan Kilbita. A fantastic season from Jordan this season, who's been unbelievable for the Adelaide Rush. And I really feel that the import is certainly one of those players that need to get it right today. Has had a fantastic season statistically. The 13 goals, the 12 assists for a total of 25 points. An unbelievable points per game statistic as well. She's been absolutely super. However, the last time that she faced this Melbourne team, they kept her pointless for the only time this season. So she'll want redemption. That was that away game on the Sunday, and she needs to get it done. And I really feel that Jordan, just like every other week, is a real key to their victory. Fantastic import and a great addition to this team. However, there's two sides to this game. There's defense as well. Christy Venus, I think, is just a superstar for this Adelaide team. 9 goals, 9 assists for 18 points across the 12 games this season. Being named in the Australian squad just this week for the 3rd time. A super leader in this team and a key for defense today for this Adelaide Rush team. They're going to have to stop Melbourne's scoring power. Melbourne can score on multiple levels, multiple lines. They can get it done multiple ways. And so Venus today, I think, is going to be one where the pressure is going to be firmly on that defensive end. But we head to the other side, and it's a great story, this. Sarah Dash, the Dash is back. Sarah Dash, the first home game return, played some limited minutes against the Ducks, but is back from a broken leg and sustained a broken leg injury, would you believe, playing soccer. But today, back, and such leadership to come back into the lineup. So good. There's so many young players in this Ice team that will look up to Sarah, former captain of this Melbourne Ice team as well. And it's just great to see Sarah back out on the ice. And of course, we had that privilege where Sarah was in the commentary box only weeks ago at the end of last season. So great to see Sarah. A big nod to Sarah out there. I hope she does really well. And of course, key to victory for this Melbourne Ice team is none other than superstar Danielle Butler. Had an amazing season and is still having an amazing season. 12 goals this season, 3 assists for 15 points across the 13 games, but one to watch. Had 5 goals against the Rush in November. And I'll tell you what, and they'll be looking to stop her. She scored 4 goals in the season opener and just the 1 goal on the Sunday. So who can stop Danielle Butler? I reckon Venus has probably done her homework on her over across the weekend. Now, let's have a look at the 3 keys of the game. I'll tell you what, it's probably now or never for Adelaide. After Christmas, it's survival mode for the Rush. They've only beaten the Ducks this season. They need a flawless performance from here on out. They are trending up. However, though, I've really marked this as a team that's starting to really trend, get their work together. Their coaches said that clearly they were starting to play complete hockey, and they're starting to get really happy with that. But for Melbourne, they need a full game. Their consistency, even though they find themselves second on the ladder, their consistency just hasn't been there this season. They find their periods where they move away from their best hockey. When they are at their best, they're absolutely elite. But when they're not, I'll tell you what, it can get messy and can get ugly. And Adelaide's a team that you can't let them have any sort of chance, because they'll take advantage of you. Both teams now lining up at the blue line.
Welcome to our Pride game.
We'll have our puck drop and national anthem.
Their generous funding makes events like this possible and keeps our community thriving. Now, it wouldn't be a Pride game without a special Pride puck dropper. So please welcome our special guest puck dropper today, Darcy Green. Darcy is the author of After the Siren, a romance novel that focuses on a relationship between 2 Melbourne AFL players.
So now it's my pleasure to invite captains of both teams to please come forward for the ceremonial puck drop. And thank you guys. Thank you once again, Darcy. And right on cue, it's got to be Pride Weekend. What do you think, Linuendo, with a big sound like that?
Oh my goodness, absolutely amazing.
Yes, we're going to kick it off now with an acknowledgement to country. We acknowledge that we gather on the lands of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, pay our respects to elders past and present. We also welcome anybody who is from an Aboriginal, Torres Strait Islander descent today. And thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure for us to showcase our sport to you. Now, we move on, ladies and gentlemen, ice hockey players, get ready to stand and remove your hats for the singing. Oh, excuse me, sorry, one thing, my bad. A very special announcement while we have all the players lined up here. Because we know that the Australian women's ice hockey roster was announced for the national team. And we would, as part of the Melbourne Ice organisation, like to acknowledge and congratulate the following players. If we can just slide forward so the crowd can actually give you a collective clap at the end when I announce all the players. From Adelaide Rush, congratulations, Alana Hollop. Kate Tahima, thank you, Kate, and Kirsty Venus. From your Melbourne Ice women, Stephanie Cochran, Emily Davis-Tope, Shana Godfrey, Christina Julian, and Marnie Pullen. We wish you all the very best. And on that note, we will now turn to the singing of the national anthem, and please welcome to the ice Victoria Bake, who will sing the anthem.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil, wealth adore, our home is good by sea, and land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page let every state advance Australia fair. In joyful strains then let us sing, advance Australia.
Let's play hockey!
Well, absolute class from the Melbourne Ice. They do it really well. Look, fantastic Australian anthem. Of course, it's Pride Week as well here at the Melbourne Ice. A fantastic setup and a great acknowledgement of those picked in the Australian national team. But let's get into this one. It's the Adelaide Rush here, and they look ready to play. They need to win as well. They currently find themselves all the way down there in lonely 5th position. They have to be perfect from here on out. Last season they finished with 10 wins, and they've only had the 3 regulation wins with the 1 in overtime. And I'll tell you what, this Melbourne Ice team, they're ready to rock and roll. They won the title last season. They'll be looking to go again this year. And I'll tell you what, they just lift a little bit more every time they get here at O'Brien Icehouse. But as we said earlier, consistency is key. They need to make sure they play a full 60 minutes here this evening. The crowd is packed. There's absolutely huge attendance here at the O'Brien's Icehouse. They should bring plenty of noise. You'll hear, I'm sure, on the broadcast. And we are set for an absolute treat. It's both teams just held in their huddles just a little longer. You can just tell there's a little bit of feeling in this one. Of course, as we get past Christmas, every team starts to think about finals and start to get their campaign on track to see who will be there at the pointy end. So Melbourne slide out for the first time. Julian, Dash, of Of course, Nelson making the debut today. Cochrane's out there as well, and Dutton. Both teams in position. The scene is set. We're ready to get this one underway. And we do, with Melbourne getting possession. Cochrane looking for Dash. Can't imagine Dash's nerves right now after returning. As I said, mentioned off the top, played limited minutes, but is ready to rock and roll. Adelaide looking to get a puck on net early. They're happy to put that one in deep. And again, more pressure. Sapolsky there towards the net. Sapolsky's had a fantastic season. He's one of those players that's good and getting better. And only at 19 years of age. He's been an absolute fantastic superstar for this Adelaide team. 12 games this season, the 4 goals, 14 assists for 18 points. Sapolsky's definitely one to look out for here for the Adelaide Rush today. A little bit of a mix-up here. Godfrey with it. They send that one in deep. Adelaide win possession back. Have it in the corner. Kulbita with it now. Just took it out of the air. Sent that one low. Pulling on the puck. Looks to clear it away. But the defensive exit was denied. Danielle Butler on it now. Finds Godfrey. Good connecting pass. To get this one out. Holub again, keeping it in that attacking zone for the Rush. Finally, it's cleared away. Godfrey looking to chase here on the left-hand side. Couldn't quite get it then. Had to play forecheck. Couldn't. Picked up here by Butler. Butler fires. That one goes over the top. Pulling. Good to send that low. It's the boards here. Fished out by Anderson. And Mundo collecting. Mundo thought she had some support behind her, but turned the puck over. Icing is the call. It'll come all the way back to the attacking zone for the Melbourne Ice. See this one earlier from Butler. On the left-hand circle. Just sailing that one over the top. Emma Moonen with the job in goals today for the Adelaide Rush. 8 games played, 3 wins this season, the 5 losses. One of those in the form of a shutout. It's an 86.5 save percentage. Anderson keeps it ahead of the blue line. Davis Tope underneath. Venus did well, cleared it away. Now it's a race on the outer side. Beautiful speed from Kulbita. Talent on show here. Melbourne had the extra numbers. Anderson with it. But Venus just pressed. Caused a little bit of havoc there. Melbourne under pressure already. Adelaide doing a great job. But just keeping in their attacking zone. Trying to get that puck in deep as possible. Venus working hard here. Anderson in the middle. Found some space and try and pass this puck around. Davis Tope sends that forward. Nelson looking to get on the end of this one. Venus. Of course, Nelson, the new signing for the Melbourne Ice so late in the season. Sapolsky fires. That one goes across the face. And underneath, here's Cochrane, the captain. Sarah Dash was behind, lending a hand, but didn't go that direction. Again, Adelaide, a great job. A denial of this exit from Melbourne. They're finding a tough time in transition at the moment. That's due to Adelaide doing a great job, just trying to keep that puck ahead for as long as possible. Now they'll get some movement here. Wigan sends that forward. The half wall now. Flicked goal bound, but didn't trouble Best at all. Of course, Best in goal for Melbourne has the start. Has played the 4 games this season. The 2 wins and 87.1 save percentage. Going on the left-hand side. A real stalemate contest, this one early. Both teams, you just really feeling each other out at the moment. Shot count is a low one. It's only 2 shots to the Rush. Well, we saw that one earlier from Butler that probably went over the top. Wasn't counted there, but a lot of the play has been in transition. Melbourne Ice will have it in their attacking zone here. Butler and Martin battle away. Martin puts Butler into the boards. Martin stayed with the puck and ended up having it. There's Green. I feel the AW this season, the physicality has just gone up a notch. Got our first penalty of the game. Just feel it might have been for that hit just a little earlier. Penalty minutes here for Adelaide. Tara Baker will spend 2. Power play time here for the Rush. What can they do? I'd love to get one early on Melbourne. Great battle here. Melbourne trying their best to keep it ahead. Adelaide now with a little bit of freedom. They'll move that puck out wide. St. Amar trying to get across to lend a defensive hand. Melbourne looking to clear it away. They do. Corbita will go back and get it. Venus is there. Davis Tope looking for the forecheck. Noonan kept the puck alive. Here comes Corbita, right-hand side. Plenty of pace. Great stick work from behind from Anderson. Made it tough for Corbita. Great defensive effort. Anderson ends up with it. Just sources that one out of there. They'll get a fresh line. Julian, dash. Make their way onto the ice. Raimundo collects it, sends it forward, but it's stopped. Sobulski trying hard. Great work again here from Adelaide, keeping their attacking zone, but no meaningful shots at the moment. Both teams' defence working in absolute overtime. That was deflected. It just finds a little bit of space, and Lund will collect it here. Gets ahead of the blue line. Has Aris in the middle. Shot early. Saved by Best. That would have been hard to pick up that one. Was picked up in the end. 30 seconds left in 5-on-4. Aris on the left-hand side, going forward with it. Pulling in defence. Happy to clear it away. Ola did well. Green puts it into the high slot. Didn't quite connect on the tag. Godfrey here in defence has to get it out of there. Does. Harris is back in the defensive third. Has Olam. We're back to even numbers now officially. Power play over. Godfrey picks it up here. Has to take on 5. Tries to dangle her way through. Couldn't. Sapolsky got a stick on it. And now Adelaide are away. See what they can manufacture here through Martin. Martin was dispossessed of the puck. Melbourne win it back. This transition battle proving costly again. Both teams really battling hard in that middle third. Dutton sends it forward. Venus and Butler, great battle. Against the face, shot fired. And it was saved in the end. Good work by Moonen. Moonen just with a little shake of the head after that one, saying, hey, defenders, where are you? Clean the house, get it out of here. Well, they go back the other way. Davis Tope was electric there to use her pace to get back and clean it up. St. Amar flicks it. Beautiful passing now to find Anderson. In a little bit of space here. Has Davis Tope in the middle. That one parried away. Now Kumbita goes the other way. End-to-end action here. Martin and Green are there in support. Kumbita fires and scores! What a goal that was from Kumbita. So dangerous. Was shaping to go past, but just saw a little bit of daylight and was able to thread it through and gets the first for the Adelaide Rush. Let's take a look at this on the replay here. It was defence turned into attack. Kumbita on the left-hand side, had options, Martin and Green, but hey, if it's open, Kumbita's going to take it. Fantastic goal. That's her 14th goal for the A-Dub season. And what a way to do it with style. Melbourne find themselves down by 1, and it's all too common for this Melbourne Ice team. And notorious slow starters Let's see if they can change that. As Julian fires, Moonen had to deal with that one, and then finally dives on that as it come off the board and made its way to the front of the crease. A brilliant save. They'll restart play. Let's take a look at this action here. This replay is brought to you by Hockey Victoria. That one there off the board. Dash tried, but couldn't. Moonen was there. Bullen now fires. That one was parried away. Melbourne elect to keep this one alive. Raimundo's under pressure here. Cebulski was there for Adelaide looking for the forecheck, but couldn't quite. Adelaide again doing a great job, keeping in their attacking zone. Cebulski with the pass into the slot. There was almost there. It was havoc. Godfrey on the left-hand side. Has to contend with Hyland. Butler gets across. They do well here, Adelaide. Kept ahead of the blue line. Now it just falls for Cebulski, who's lightning quick. Puts it out into space. Cebulski will get there into the corner. Cochrane trying. Melbourne looking to get this out of defence and build a structured attack. Their offense at the moment just seems a little connected. Here's Kilbita again, trying to dangle around one, took the shot early. St. Omar will clean things up here in the corner. Butler comes in to lend a hand. Baletta good pass, Baker, sorry, good passing. Butler, no other option, just to get that out of there. Moonen keeps it alive for Martin. Anderson looking for a forecheck, couldn't quite get it. Davis-Tote keeps it alive in the attacking zone. Adelaide eventually clear. St. Omar will get back. Melbourne with an opportunity here. Here's Anderson into the attacking zone. This attack looking much more comfortable, much more structured. They cycle the puck here. Great work on the 1-2 to get it back to Anderson. Melbourne still in possession, keeping it alive. Here's Lunn for the rush. Melbourne just have to keep it ahead of the blue line here. They try, but Adelaide now can take advantage of this. They move it quickly. Kilbita just stopped, propped, waited for some help. It was beautiful work to do that. Great smarts. Well, Melbourne looked to mount some sort of attack on the left-hand side. And Kilbita just put Anderson nearly into the commentary box. And Kilbita will now head to the penalty box for a couple of minutes. I thought Anderson was about to pop a headset on and join us in special comments. Power play time. Let's take a look at the hit here. There's Anderson. Kilbita got across and whack. It's always a tough one for the imports to adjust to, that physicality. That one long. This power play is brought to you by the great folks at Ice Hockey Victoria. Molthana to Cochrane. Baker. Rainbow jerseys look absolutely fantastic of the Melbourne Ice as Baker was just flying past. Got a whistle here. Vinning is going to head to the penalty box. This could spell trouble here for the Adelaide Rush, because that was only early in the initial power play. So for a minute and a half, they're only going to be down to 3 out there. 5-on-3 situation. Melbourne will not be satisfied, especially with a minute and a half. Will not be satisfied unless they score here to even things up. Dash collecting, firing the shot, but it was partially blocked. Picking that up here, Julian tried to dangle through, but couldn't quite. They'll keep possession. St. Omar. Does that stay ahead? It doesn't. It enters the neutral zone. Positive for Adelaide. They buy themselves a little bit of time there. Davis-Tote. Julian. St. Omar fires the shot. It was deflected and went over the back. We'll get a restart in play. 1 minute, 1 second of 3 on 5 left. Of course, Jordan Kulbita will join us straight away out of that penalty box. Let's take a look at that shot. There was the deflection and went over the top. Just character building this here for the Rush. In a 5-on-3 situation. And you feel it'll be a mini victory. Here's Dash! Fired the shot. Muda with the save at the back post. Couldn't quite Julian. Julian then tried again. Another one. Adelaide just have to clear this here. Julian with it, goes over. Finds Dash with the pass from her knees. Julian tried, but they'll lose possession. Adelaide gets some valuable seconds off the clock here. Melbourne will want to get that attack going again. Dash sends it forward. They get some fresh personnel on. Anderson trying to keep it forward. With it now. On the crease, Moonen has to battle with that one. Bodies flying everywhere. 15 seconds left before Kulbita joins us. But still another 40-odd seconds before Adelaide get full strength. Cochrane fires. Moonen with no stick manages to save that one. Moonen eventually picks the stick up. Adelaide clear that one away. Pandemonium. Kulbita joins the action. Now it's 5-on-4 for the next 24 seconds. Butler fires. Moonen did well just to get something on it to send it over the back. Butler went down. Another 10 seconds left of this power play. Godfrey with it now. Melbourne have to score. Venus just parries that away. Last-ditch effort. Godfrey with it now. Can she get the pass through? Couldn't. Butler to get there. We're back to even numbers on the ice. Well, how good was that from the Adelaide Rush? They held on. Melbourne threw absolutely everything at them in that situation. But the Rush survived. Can that be a big moment in the game? Can they build momentum from this? Still a lot of the season to go, and it feels silly almost saying it, but it's season on the line time for this Rush team. We know that they're good enough. No one cleared away. St. Omar with it now. Finds Julian, beautifully threaded pass. Julian now with the dangles, trying to get through. Great defense in the end, and here come Rush as they repel. A beautiful pass by Langevin onto the left-hand side to find Lund, who fires. That one goes across the face. Adelaide keeping that one ahead. Again, the puck in deep here for this Rush unit. Davis-Tobe on the left-hand side, sends it forward. Dash trying to get across. Tahima is firmly marking Dash there. Dash ends up with it. Back down low to Davis-Tobe. Pass in. Dash controls it. Elects to hold on to the puck, but then lost it. Sobulski trying to get it out of there. One flicked in. There's nobody home there. Gives the Russian opportunity. Sobulski trying to move it forward. Anderson did really well, but then Tahima just came and said, that's my puck. I'll take over from here, thanks. An early shot leads to Cochrane in possession. Dash flicks it out of there. Sobulski to Venus. Anderson to Cochrane. Adelaide done such a good job just being pests at that transition line, keeping the puck ahead as long as possible, and they get another attack here now. Kulbita tried to find the pass to Green, but couldn't quite. Cochrane clears it away, and again, Adelaide keep it ahead of the blue line. This is all you got to do. Opens up for Green, but that one was wide. Almost kept ahead again. Some great moments spent in that attacking zone for this Rush team. Oh, Butler sees the opportunity here. Pick that one away. Now Butler, goal bound. Slid that through. What a goal! It doesn't get much better than that. And the Ice tie things up at one apiece. Let's take a look at this on the replay. Butler stalked it here, saw the opportunity, went ahead, dragged that back. Oh, Danielle Butler, take a bow. One apiece. And Adelaide were on top. You just felt. Harris sends that through. Marnie Pullen now picking it up in defence. What a great game this has been so far. If you're watching in on YouTube, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'll tell you what, don't go far away. You just feel this has got plenty of twists and turns for the next 56 minutes of hockey. Butler out to the blue line and back down again. Tahima doing a great job in defence. Butler hits the deck. Harris is there for Adelaide, picked up. And now Adelaide have an opportunity to attack. They're so quick in their transition, especially Cebulski, the speedster. St. Omar doing everything she can to negate it. Cebulski still holding on to possession. Just working away in the office. Good defence by Raimundo to make it tough. Harris tried to find Cebulski again, but Butler, another interception. Faked one way, then went the other. Here's St. Omar. Slides that ahead to Godfrey. Raimundo will pick it up, has St. Omar. And Jevin in defence. Battles against St. Omar here. Adelaide doing a great job, just keeping that puck in that attacking zone. One tried to get across. Melbourne just finding it tough to exit here. Oh, look. Lund now. Intercepted. Julian. Flick that one forward. Picked up behind the net. And the rush build. Kilbita just happy to get that puck in deep. They'll build from here. Seems like the foundation of their game is just to get that puck in the attacking zone and keep it there as long as possible. As you see, they cut off the angle there. Kilbita now in the corner. Kilbita just faking one way, went the other. Backhanded pass. Doesn't quite connect. It was brilliant play though. Melbourne clear that one away. Final 2 minutes of the period. Icing is the call. It's going to come all the way back. This Melbourne defence won't get an opportunity to get off the ice for the final 2 minutes. Let's see what this rush team can build here. Shot fired. That one dealt with. Hits the netting over the back. We'll get a restart in play. A new draw. Melbourne now can change their personnel. Davis Tope, Anderson, Jusimovic and Marnie Pullen be the lineup. Brilliant start to this game. If you have joined us, two fantastic goals. Jordan Kilbita in the early stages and Danielle Butler getting one back to tie things at one apiece. Here we go, another one, another opportunity. That was saved. Cebulski had the hands in the air. Anderson trying to get that out. Adelaide will build their attack again. Cebulski. Puck just went up and down in the air. Davis Tope. Sends that puck deep for the Ice team. Minute 22 on the clock. Can one of these teams go in with ascendancy? A late period goal would be fantastic for either team. Kilbita puts Anderson into the board, but comes off second best. And Kilbita is down behind the net there. Looks okay, maybe just had the wind taken out. Pulling on the left. Kilbita still taking time to get up. It's 5-on-4 in the attacking zone. Kilbita looks very sore. Well, keep an eye on that situation as she limps to the bench, that right leg. She's not being able to put any weight on that at all. Heads to the bench without putting any weight. So we'll keep an eye on that situation. That could be huge in the context of the game. 35 seconds left. Melbourne retain the puck in the neutral zone. They'll look to go forward. They find Baker. Adelaide change their personnel. Baker with it now, fires the shot and saved by Moonen. Godfrey picks up the rebound, sends it in deep. 22 seconds left. Baker tried to get it underneath, couldn't. Tahima in defense, looking to skate it out, and does. Finds an option on the left-hand side. St. Omar stops the attack. 8 seconds left of the period. Adelaide with another opportunity, put into the low slot. Now they'll move it forward. Chaos at the crease. St. Omar trying to get it out of there. And that's the end of the first period. A beautiful game that we're witnessing. The crowd rejoices. A big cheer from this Melbourne crowd. A huge attendance in the house. Plenty of noise being made by them. Even though it's one apiece, the big headline for that period is how is Kulbita? I'll try and get as much information as I can. But we're going to take a quick break, folks. Make sure you don't go far away. Let's have a look at that collision here on the replay as we stay with it. Anderson put Kulbita there, and I think just weight on that right leg as she came down. We're going to take a quick break, folks, but make sure you join us on the other side of this. Welcome back to the AWIHL coverage here of the Melbourne Ice taking on the Adelaide Rush. It's Pride round here for the Melbourne Ice and a fantastic crowd, a big showing here. But of course, our game could not happen unless we had our fantastic officials out there on the ice. We'd like to give a big shout out. Daniel Mackin is our head referee today, and our lines people, Craig Armstrong-Frey and Josh Page. If you'd like to become an official, make sure you head to the AWIHL website, follow all the prompts, and or head down to your local rink and definitely volunteer, because without officials the game does not happen. Now this game has been a fantastic one. They're locked at 1 apiece, but I'll tell you what, let's take a look at the tail of the tape. It was a fantastic first period from both of these teams. Melbourne amounting 8 shots to the Adelaide 6 shots. However, I feel that Adelaide Rush had a lot more time into their attacking zone. They made it really tough for Melbourne to exit and try and get out of their defence as well. Our save percentage as well at the moment for the Melbourne Ice, an 83.3, where the Adelaide Rush are 87.5, just ahead on that category as well. And in terms of penalties, well, for the Adelaide Rush, they survived a little bit of 3-on-5 stuff. They had 2 penalties, and they were concurrent at the same time, which made it really tough for the Adelaide Rush defence. But I'll tell you what, they passed that test, and they did really well. And of course, our power play goal percentage is 0-2 for the Melbourne Ice and 0-1 for the Adelaide Rush. But it means a lot, this game, especially for the Adelaide Rush. So let's take a look at the standings and where these two teams sit. Because I'll tell you what, Adelaide, they find themselves firm in the 5th position. They only have, of course, the 13 points. They've got 8 games to play, though, so plenty of games in hand. They do have 2 extra games in hand from Sydney, Brisbane, and Melbourne, of course. Perth Inferno find themselves comfortably at the top of the ladder at the moment, but only by the solitary point, with the Melbourne Ice trailing behind. They do have the 2 games less, and then obviously the Perth Inferno. Now, and we flick the page over, the Melbourne Ducks, of course, they just amounted the 1 point, and it was against this Adelaide Rush team, mind you, but they've got 6 games playing. They're currently playing right now against the Sydney Sirens, who the Sirens are currently up 7-3 in that game. So Sydney looking very comfortable there. So of course, in celebration of Pride, we have a figure skating little display at the moment. So not long before our teams get back out onto the ice, let's take a look at some of the points scorers in this game. It was Jordan Kulbita who scored that fantastic one early, and the assist to Kate Green and Kirsty Venus. That was fantastic play from the Adelaide Rush, and they were looking very good at that stage. They were comfortable, they were leading 1-0. And then, of course, enter the conversation, Danielle Butler with that fantastic interception, and ends up going through and scoring unassisted. 4 minutes 26 on the clock. So we're only moments away before we get back out there in this one. Of course, plenty of action on the A-Dub across. You can head to YouTube. We have the 3 games on today. Lightning will take on the Inferno. That's a fantastic game and has plenty of repercussions on the ladder as well. The Lightning in fantastic form. They did a wonderful job to beat Melbourne Saturday and Sunday to open up their 2026 campaign. And the Inferno, they'll be hungry to get a win there against the Lightning at home and really cement their spot at the top of the ladder. And of course, that Sirens Ducks game currently on now. But this Rush Ice game, there's plenty of twists and turns in this one. Make sure you stick around as we'll get the second period underway very shortly. So fantastic figure skating display here in a packed house here at O'Brien Icehouse for a regular season game. I haven't seen a crowd this large here at the O'Brien Icehouse. They're here in droves. Melbourne Ice make their way. The Adelaide Rush, they came out after a regulation break, and Melbourne Ice just spent a little bit extra time in the locker room. Is that a little tactic? They, of course, know that the that period break entertainment was going to be on, so they were just in the comfort of the locker room, where the Adelaide Rush were just soaking it in out here. So interesting stuff. The little mind games you can play. The battle within a battle. But this one's set to get underway. Players now make their way out to the ice. Both teams will have their preliminary huddles before we get this underway. Our officials are happy. Best just out there at the moment. Kayla Best in the net, just scraping up the crease, making that rougher than a bricky's handshake. She's out there at the moment, just staring down, plenty of focus, sucking in the big breaths. And both teams in their preliminary huddles, just their final rally call as we get into this second period. Molthana, Tahima, Sabulski, Wiegand and Aris will be the personnel for the rush. Now I'm just trying to have a look through the bench here. Of course, late in that period, Kulbita went off. We went to the break where we saw the replay. I haven't quite located Kulbita yet. Keep an eye on that situation. The draw is one. Adelaide will go forward with it here and they'll get the first attack in their attacking zone. Of course, it's Tahima, the captain. First season as captain, wearing that C. Aris fires from distance. Best had to deal with that one. It was a little knuckly as it threw through the air. It was in that awkward position. Try and parry that one away. Sabulski did well to try and keep that one ahead. Anderson with it now. I'll move this one. Here's Davis-Tope. Anderson to Davis-Tope into the attacking zone. Anderson underneath, looking for the pass into the slot. Enough of a deflection on that as will go away. Sabulski using pace against Lecren here. Sabulski just turned and burned and tried to win the puck back. Beautiful work. Jusimovic now will clear it away for the ice. Beautiful pass to find Kulbita, who's now back on the ice, confirmed. Kulbita is okay and returned to the game. Sigh of relief for Rush fans all across the country as their star player is back on the ice. Lunn fires that one across. Best with the save. We'll get a restart in play. Just take a look at this glove work here from Best. It was a beautiful pass. It was the one from earlier, the tough one. You can see the fans there on the bottom left of your screen, absolutely packed. The rafters here. Line with it. Great show out for Pride Round, and of course two rivals, Melbourne and Adelaide. The rivalry goes more than sport. Here's Butler now on the right hand side trying to get that through. It was deflected in the end. Butler again. Great pass into the slot. The shot came and it's there. Baker got the first shot and then the rebound, and they're able to put it home. Shana Godfrey. Great reflexes to get that one home. Melbourne draw first blood in the second period. And they go ahead 2-1. It's great work from Danielle Butler with the assist to get that one in. Let's take a look at this on the replay. There's Butler there deciding to hold on to it. Then there's the pass. Deflected by Baker. Godfrey finds it and puts it in the back of the net. That'll give Melbourne just a little bit of comfort, scoring in the first 2 minutes of the second period. To move that one forward, Venus sends it forward. Cochrane happy to clear it away. Julian will get on the end of this one. Venus trying to get across. Did well with the stick to negate that one. Dutton and Sabulski will battle away here. Dutton using pace to get to the puck first. Very hard thing to do, to beat Sabulski for pace. Julian on the right-hand side. Just went without it. Great work from Martin to keep it ahead. Cebulski again on the left-hand side. Nelson with it. Send it forward. Cochrane. Davis-Tobe picks it up. Dash. Now Kulbita finds Martin. Beautiful tape-to-tape pass. Martin away on the left-hand side, looking for something in the middle. Then joins the middle, fires the shot. Kulbita with the rebound, but no, is it there? Yes, it is. It's home. It was uncertainty, but the official came at the back. Kulbita had an idea, and now it's two apiece. And Kulbita just pointing to a teammate there in Martin, saying that's Martin's goal. Let's see this on the replay here. There's Martin on the left. Here's the shot there. Kulbita came across. No, all Kulbita. Or did Kulbita not get anything on it? Well, doesn't matter which way you slice it, it's still a piece. And it's game on here. Adelaide playing for their season. Melbourne looking to answer back straight away. Backhanded attempt off the bar. Rebound comes. Moonen hit the deck. A shot from Davis-Tobe couldn't quite find the back of the net. Melbourne still have it in their attacking zone. Anderson couldn't quite get that one. Now with it now, Anderson. They wrestle for it on the crease. It's definitely cleared away. St. Omar picks it up. Tries to get it to Juckwitz. Couldn't quite handle it. We'll just take a moment here. St. Omar, tough there. Lund, stolen away. Lund in the middle. Fired the shot. Best. It's got a pad on that one. It goes wide of the target. Anderson now will try and move this forward. Davis-Tobe in the defensive corner. Clears that one away. The gun now. We'll pick it up here for the rush. Lund trying to go forward with it. Has to go alone. You feel Lund, just get that puck in deep. Bedell will push up here. Juckwitz taken out of the contest by Lund. Bedell behind the net. Best with the save. There's that shot from Bedell. Best had to deal with that one. And little cheeky late one there from Lund to hit Juckwitz, and I don't think any of Juckwitz's teammates saw that one, so it would have been straight over with some remonstrations. Here we go, two apiece, plenty of feeling in this one. Two quick goals in the second period for both of these teams. Puck went into the neutral zone. Holub will have to retreat. Tahima now goes ahead. Happy to dump it in deep. Cebulski will there to pick it up. Cebulski put it into the slot, but it was intercepted. Molthana trying hard. Raimundo did really well in defence. Puck cleared away. Godfrey pressing. Bedell has to deal with this one. Cebulski collects. Butler comes forward. Forecheck. Beautiful work. Butler in the middle now. Causes a little bit of havoc. Rita trying to get that out of there. Here's Holub now for the rush. Cebulski. Money pulling on the left-hand side. Fires. Moonen with the save. Beautiful work. Here come the rush on the left. Godfrey trying to move it forward. Transition hockey as it goes back and forth. Kulbita with it now on the left-hand side. Beautiful pass. Doesn't quite get the attack going. Godfrey happy to send it long. Venus will go back and get it. Lund will lend some support here. Icing is the call. So Adelaide will get in their attacking zone. Beautiful work here from Adelaide defence, just trying to negate that one. That was that one to come off Butler, and Butler causing a little bit of havoc. Forward. Play restarts. Melbourne will win the draw. Tried to clear it out of there, Marnie Pullen, and use the glass, but unfortunately hit the netting over the top, so we'll get a restart in play. One of the unique features here of the O'Brien Icehouse compared to some of the rinks across Australia in the AWIHL competition is the height of the boards, and often you hear Melbourne use that as an advantage when they're trying to clear their defensive zone. They can take the aerial route. And the net here, Nelson. And a debut game for the Melbourne Ice. Saint Omar. Tried to find Nelson again. Back to the neutral zone. Ramund's got some work to do here as Kilbita is hot on the tail. Kilbita wins it back. Now just has to drag it through. Tried on the backhanded attempt. Just couldn't quite get there. Martin picks it up now into the attacking zone. The Ice just got a stick on that. Back to the middle. Venning with an opportunity, fires the shot. It was deflected. Cebulski was quick with the rebound, but couldn't quite get the pass back. Melbourne try and mount an attack out of this defence. Adelaide stopped them in their tracks. Saint Omar sending it forward. Tahima to get across. Venus is trying to get across there as well. Moonen had to keep it alive. And did. Dutton sends it deep to Anderson. Anderson now at the half wall. Out to the top. Dutton fires from distance, but it's blocked. And here come the Rush with their opportunity. Cochrane, the captain, picks it up. Finds Anderson with a neat pass. Again, Adelaide pick it up in the neutral zone. They find their attack, but offside is the call. Cebulski went ahead. I think it was Langjeevan on this side that was just offside. Take a look at this one earlier from Kulbita. Brilliant play to get across. The pace and the drag just couldn't quite finish. Would have been an absolute amazing goal, an absolute beauty. Harris into the middle. Just gone past the target. Adelaide work hard in defence. Godfrey came up and made a contest of this. Godfrey had Jackwitz at the blue line, thought about going there, then kept on to it. That was parried away in the end. The Rush will move. The Rush will move. Like their namesake. Oh, beautiful pass from Lund, that little backhanded attempt. And Lund ends up with it, fires best, getting across and making a save. Look at that pass there, beautiful, just well threaded. And then the opportunity at the shot. Beautiful save from Best. Look at that capacity crowd in here. For a regular season contest, it's absolutely humming. Dash sends that one forward. Julian to pick it up. To lend a hand. Julian got back up and one possession somehow. Dash with it now. Smart play. Now put it back in. Nelson with the shot. Saved by Moonen. Saint Omar just happy to send it in deep, but Melbourne had to get back on side. They had too many attackers ahead. Adelaide an opportunity here. Line change from Melbourne. They'll get some fresh personnel on. Saint Omar picking it up. Using the boards there to find Lecren. Again, Adelaide making it tough for Melbourne to exit their defensive zone. Davis Tope now does brilliantly, holds on to possession. Offside is the call. We'll get a restart in play.
This weekend, all the most between the women and
10.5 minutes to play in the second period. We're locked in at 2 apiece. Been brilliant action. Cleared away. Oh, it's only January, but this feels almost like a mini final. High stakes stuff. Plenty of feeling in this one. Sapolsky with the shot. Saved by Best. Anderson has to clear it away here. Venus in the neutral zone. Tried to find Sapolsky with the pass. Cochran's there. Malthana got across. Oh, a little bit of action here on Best. Just a little late. Take a look at this here on the replay. See Malthana get across there and just got a little bit on it. Best just, yeah, get off me. Officials just not happy with some positioning there. We'll reset the draw. Back in the attacking zone for the Adelaide Rush. Raimundo to Pullen. Beautiful work from Adelaide again. They'll win the possession back. Bedell. Venning to get across. Butler's there. Best had to deal with that one. Lund fired that shot. It goes across the target. Venning to get across. Pulling now on the puck. Goes over the top. It finds its way out. And right in the scorer's table. The puck will go straight into the esky. And they'll replace it with a freshie. And Marnie Pullen will be penalised for that action. It'll be power play time for the Rush. Melbourne just working in their personnel. Godfrey was on there and Dash made her way on. Officials just having a chat. Power play time here for the Adelaide Rush. And they score! It's Kilbita! An unbelievable goal. Seconds into the power play, Jordan Kilbita scores another. Let's take a look at this on the replay. There's Kilbita out here at the blue line from a bit of distance, winds up, and it finds its way in. Wowee, what a goal. It's 15 goals now for Kilbita on season. I think some sort of year, as we said at the top of the broadcast, Jordan Kilbita was held pointless for the first time and only time this season when these two faced off on the Sunday in round 1. But Kilbita has put a stamp on this game, scoring 2 fantastic goals. Here's Anderson on the right-hand side. Anderson, Melbourne looking to get one back. That one was parried away. Great defence. Davis-Tote underneath, just looking for something. Davis-Tote tries to find the hole. It does. Melbourne get one back. You just felt off the rip. This game has plenty of twists and turns in it. I'll tell you what it does. Let's take a look at this. Davis-Tote waiting, looking, and just snuck it in there. Davis-Tote is having one heck of a season as well. In some great form. 15 goals now on season for Emily Davis-Tote. She's been working super hard. in the off-season and throughout this year. He's pulling. Butler fires. Saved by Moonen. 3-all. Just when the Rush get their noses in front, Melbourne just finds something. Had 4 goals in this period and they've come in bunches. Here's Kulbita. Back to the middle. Another shot. Best had to get 10 with that one. Godfrey. Into the middle. Or tried to find Kulbita. Kulbita winds up. Puts that one through. Brilliant defensive effort from Marnie Pullen to put the body on the line to block that one. Butler trying to get that one across. Almost for Melbourne. Baker. A little hit behind play there, didn't quite see it, just saw Butler on the deck. And Adelaide now, they'll go into a rush, and it's a 2-on-3 though. Numbers aren't in their favour. Lunn comes across, they change their personnel, the numbers are there for them now. Lunn on the back post, trying hard, Nelson's there, just gets a stick to it. Danielle Butler now, trying to get through, finds Nelson. Battle for it here in front of the ice bench. Bedell. Knocked that forward, Julian, to get there in the corner. Venus now with it. Adelaide moved this with a little bit of freedom here. Great pass to find Multhana in some open air. Multhana tries to slide it in. Best just got something on that. Great play from both teams. Adelaide looked to load up again. They couldn't quite on that occasion. Sapolsky did really well to keep ahead of the blue line. Throwing everything at it here. The Rush team, Tahima and Dash battle away. Tahima with the backhanded pass. This neutral zone battle has been fantastic in this game. Both teams making it very tough for one another as Venus looks to clear that one away. Has Multhana now, who uses the board to get that out of there. Captain in Tahima came across to lend a hand. Tahima without a glove. Anderson now has to go on net. Does, but it goes over the top. Had Moonen beat. The shot had to be accurate, but wasn't. They'll get another opportunity here. Dutton sends it back to Anderson. They just keep it ahead of the blue line there. Davis-Tope down low, a little bit of space. Venus to get across. Back out to Dutton now. Dutton assesses the situation, puts that one in. Puck cleared away. Dutton in defence, happy to clear it away. Sapolsky. Opportunity here. Battle from both teams. The puck goes back and forth. Almost like a good argument in the balls. They go back and forth with it. Finally, Adelaide mounts some attack here. We'll go and put that one forward. Kulbita on the left-hand side. Had Dutton to contend with. It was a tough contest. Cochran tries to get it out of there. Finds Dutton, who does just that. Battle here against the board. Adelaide tried to send the puck in deep, but Cochran was there and then sends it deep the other way. Harris will pick it up here for the Rush. Moving forward, Martin on the right-hand side. Here's Kulbita. Firing early, but it goes wide of the target. Puck still alive here for the Rush. Trying to find Kulbita down there. Butler to pick it up. Butler to Baker. Baker dumps the puck. Knows Godfrey's there. Godfrey does just that. Picks it up. Now looking for the pass. That was parried away. Nusimovic puts that one across the face of the net. They've got to shout for a penalty here, and I think it's going to be power play for Melbourne. Exactly what's about to go down as Aris will head to the penalty box for 2 minutes. So 3.5 minutes left on the clock. 2 of those are going to be spent in the power play. Can Melbourne get the go-ahead here? St. Omar to pick it up in the middle. Davis Tope on the left-hand side. Tahima did a great job to clear that away. Best keeps it alive. Here's St. Omar. St. Omar picking that one up. Has to go forward with it. There's a little mini victory here for the Adelaide Rush as they keep it in their attacking zone while they are short-handed. Shot fired from the blue line. Best forced to save while short-handed. Well, Adelaide was short-handed. A minute 06 and Melbourne haven't manufactured a shot from this power play. Beautiful work from the Rush. St. Omar trying to get it going forward. Now Julian, this is the opportunity. Julian trying to get there, just gets something on it. And there's the rebound to Anderson, who scores. Power play goal, Melbourne Ice. Adelaide did so well on the penalty kill, made it tough. And just a little bit of daylight appears and Anderson puts it home. Let's take a look at this here on the replay. There was Julian so well, was under pressure, had 3 to beat. Managed to get the shot away, but Anderson to track that puck and put that rebound home is a fantastic effort. And Melbourne now get the go-ahead. They lead 4-3. Power play goal. Anderson's been fantastic this season. 6 goals, 14 assists. That's a 20th point in the AWIHL this season. Captain Tahima put that one on net. Here's Godfrey. Under 2 minutes left to play in the second period, where it's been goals aplenty for both teams. 3 goals to the Ice and 2 to the Rush in this period. Now, there's been a bit of a pattern. Every time one team scored, so's the other. Can Zabulski follow that pattern? And it does! Right on cue! Game back at 4 apiece. Beautiful work from Zabulski. Has looked a likely scorer all game. Let's look at this on the replay. Had some space. Shot this from a bit of distance as well. Beyond the circle, just. And put that one on the top shelf. Tori Zabulski, oh yeah. Well, game on again, folks. 4 apiece. We've been treated to a vintage AWIHL classic here already. Who will it open up for? Who can get the advantage? Here's Dutton. Dash knocked it forward. Julian now looking to get it back to Dash. He decides to go net. Kulbita now looking to get in space. Nusimovic tried to get across. Kulbita beats that one, then gets around another. Kulbita looking to go 5-hole, but couldn't. A beautiful save in the end. And Kulbita smashed into the boards. Another shot on net here. What play there from Jordan Kulbita. Cochrane to Dash. Now Dutton. Tahima lost track of the puck, but found it in the end. Anderson did well. Now keeps that ahead. Was it offside? The lines person says yes, it was. look at this here from Kilbita. Unbelievable stuff. Tried to get the shot away. Best just got something on it. Kilbita earned some sponsors paint on the jersey. It's just slammed into the boards. Hussein Omar. Jusemovic sends it in deep. 15 seconds left. Venus. Rush up time for maybe one more attack, but so do the Ice here as Davis Tope wins that one back. Final 3 seconds of the period. What a period it's been, with both teams scoring 3 goals in that one. We're back to where we started, locked at a tie. It was 1-1 at the end of the first, and now it's 4-4 at the end of the second. Don't go far away, folks. We're going to get an ice clean and then plenty of hockey to play after this. Make sure you join us after a small break. Welcome back to the AWIHL coverage here, where we have the Melbourne Ice taking on the Adelaide Rush, and what a game it has been so far. We are locked at 4 apiece. Let's take a look at some of the numbers that matter in this contest. Well, of course, we see the scoreboard at 4 apiece. Shot count's been pretty even, 18-20. Save percentage for Melbourne, sitting at that 800 mark, 778 for the Adelaide Rush. Penalties at the moment, still pretty even, but that one power play goal was, of course, to the Adelaide Rush. It's been a fantastic contest for all. We saw plenty of goals in that period as well. Might I add, Jordan Colbita has been accredited with the hat-trick. We were unsure on her third goal. She was pointing to her teammate there, but I think she was just saying thanks for the assist. So Colbita's had a fantastic game. Emily Davis-Tope, Carmen Anderson, Danielle Butler and Shana Godfrey have been the goal scorers for the Melbourne Ice. And of course, Tori Zabulski had a fantastic one late there. The Ice just taking a little bit extra time before they make their way out onto the ice. A must-win game for the Adelaide Rush to keep their finals alive. 20 minutes is thrown on the clock. The atmosphere here is huge. It's pride game here for the Melbourne Ice. It's a packed house. Crowd starts to rally. But can the Adelaide Rush send this crowd quiet and spoil the party here today? Adelaide Rush have been playing absolutely fantastic, and you just feel that they have been building momentum coming into this game. They were great against Perth. Of course, they had the Ducks. Davis-Tope gets that shot there. Moonen scores. They had a fantastic weekend against the Ducks at home. They were quite happy with the way they played in all facets of the game against Perth and against the Ducks. And you just feel them building. Of course, they finished on the top of the ladder last season. They had the 10 wins. This Melbourne team ended up winning the championship from 4th position. They find themselves second on the ladder today. They want to win here in this contest. Every time you step out there, as Anderson looked for Godfrey on that pass, but couldn't quite there. Godfrey back into the middle. It's a high stakes contest, this one. Danielle Butler at the half wall in the puck battle, trying to get it out. Martin is in there, battling against Butler. Godfrey comes to lend a hand. Eventually the puck comes clear, but it's battled again. Now knocked forward. Raimundo to Butler. Butler on the right-hand side. Has some space now. Holub doing a great job making it tough to Butler to come inside. Now in the corner. Another battle ensues. Holub to get it out here. Adelaide happy just to keep possession as they exit their defensive zone. Godfrey picked it up here now. Godfrey in the middle. Has a bit of space. Godfrey fires the shot. Moonen with the save. Beautiful hockey. They play defence and attack. Raimundo picks it up here. Melbourne change their personnel. Dash back onto the ice. Dash in the middle here. Waiting for the pass. Pullen picks it up at the half wall. Now gets the pass in, but it was deflected away. Venus did a great job. Dash fires the shot. Moonen with the save. Beautiful save there from Moonen. Just take a look at this here on the replay. It was deflected, that first one from Venus, and it came back, and a tough one to get in there. Great save. And he starts again. Venus behind the net. Here's Lund. Julian on the left. Trying to get around one. Lund did really well to win the puck back for the Adelaide Rush. They clear that one away. Icing is the call. Adelaide didn't have an opportunity to change their defence. They'll have to call their personnel back on. A little bit of confusion. They're trying to work out who that is exactly. Joins them. Back out to the blue. Shot. A little bit of a hit from behind there. Some size of the crowd. The puck entered the neutral zone. Cochrane just waited a little bit, then dumped it forward. Anderson had to get back onside before re-entering the attacking zone. They eventually do. We have a whistle here. restart the attacking zone of the Adelaide rush. Looking to clear that one away. They pick it back up here, and now Melbourne away. Beautiful pass. Godfrey stretched out trying to trap that one but couldn't. Picks up the puck anyway behind the net. There's a couple of defenders to deal with here. Great accurate pass to come in. The shot was fired. Not accurate. Cebulski away on the right-hand side, using pace now into the middle. Cebulski dangles around one, tucks it home! What a goal from Tori Cebulski! And they get the lead back. An unbelievable goal, that one. This is one of those you could watch over and over again. Just using pace here on the right-hand side. Come into the middle. Look at the dangles. Oh, yes! But no, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Okay, so Melbourne will change their goaltender. So Michaela Pearce enters the game. So Pearce enters the game here. Davis Tote. Restart play. Now 5-on-4 here to the ice. That one cleared away. Puck into the corner. Now Anderson has it. Julian in the middle. Go down low with it. Venus is there. So that goal of earlier is not counted. It's 4 apiece. And power play for the Melbourne Ice. Kilbita will win that one back. Adelaide will be filthy. They'll try and score here. In the throes of all that, Melbourne have changed their goaltender. Pearce is now on. Anderson, Godfrey calling for it at the blue line. Anderson finds it there. Godfrey couldn't quite on the one-timer. Of course, Michaela Pearce has been the outstanding goaltender for the Ice this season as that shot's fired. Moonen with the knife. Then Cochrane fires, and Cochrane finds the back of the net. Power play goal for the Ice. And with the blink of an eye, the fortunes change. Beautiful goal from Cochrane. So 5-all now. So 5 apiece, and Butler has it now. Kilbita with it on the left-hand side. Kilbita fires. Pearce tries to save. Looks like Godfrey's gone down here. So Godfrey on the ice here. Trainer will come out Godfrey now helped to her feet and will make her way off. Big cheers of the crowd. Fan favourite is Shana Godfrey. So apologies for the comments earlier. The stadium scoreboard showed 4-5, but now it's 5 apiece after Melbourne scored that one. Back to a tie, 5 apiece. Godfrey in the corner. Dash tries to get that away. Shot from distance. On the right-hand side, now Julian. There's Dash in the middle. One trying hard. Harris looking to go forward with it. Adelaide happy to send that one deep. 10 goals in this game, and not one team has looked to have that 2-goal advantage at any stage of this one. Puck will now go to the attacking zone for the Melbourne Ice. Underneath here's Lunn. Cochrane will have to get across. The icing is the call. Well, they're trying to change their personnel, but they'll have to stay out there. Anderson on the left. Good, sends it forward. Tense moments in this game. We're locked at 5 apiece. Final 13 minutes. Harris with it now. Great handles to hold possession, looking for Sapolsky, but Butler had different ideas. Butler has Anderson in the middle. Butler tried to get it there. Penalty in the end. So power play time here. As Harris gave away that penalty. So Melbourne have scored on the power play in this game. Can they do it here? Harris will spend 2. Let's take a look at this penalty here as Butler was on the net. There's the stick there. Godfrey looking to fire. Does. Puts it home. Power play goal, Melbourne. Within 6 seconds. A fantastic goal from Shana Godfrey. Let's take a look at this. A beautiful snipe. Shana Godfrey, an absolute superstar of the competition, scores a handy one here. Melbourne just have their noses in front. This next one is important. Kilbita trying. Kilbita went over this time, tripping. Penalty. Power play the other way. St. Amar will spend 2 in the box. Let's take a look at the penalty here. It's definitely there. Can Adelaide get one back? What a game it's been so far. Kilbita at the top. Receives it again at the blue line. Tried to shuffle that one home. Shot in the slot. Peers in net for Melbourne. And cleared away. Moonen a long way from home. Helps it onto the way. Dangerous. Davis-Tope looking to win it back. Adelaide looking to get it out of their defence with some structure here as they set up their attack. Venus, a beautiful pass. Davis-Tope in there, making it tough. Martin trying. Anderson comes forward with it. Anderson now in the attacking zone, just happy to get that puck in deep. Does. Moonen saves it. Adelaide will repel and now try and build an attack. Kilbita just getting through. Burst through. Massive hit. They have a whistle on the play. So Melbourne now will find themselves even more short-handed as Marnie Pullen heads to the box. So 5-on-3 for the second time in this game. Instead, it's now Melbourne with the 3 and Adelaide with the 5. We saw this earlier in the first period. On that occasion, Melbourne were unable to score. Let's see if Adelaide can do it. Adelaide find themselves trailing by 1. Can this be their moment? For a full minute, they'll have the advantage of 5-on-3. Here's Ayres. Back to Holub, who fires, but it's wide of the target. Lund will pick up the rebound. Tense moments here. Lund puts that one in, but it's parried away. Deflected. Ayres at the blue line. Shot from distance, the one-timer. Here's Lund. Got a whistle. The goal came off its mooring. They'll reset that. 29 seconds left of 5-on-3.
And congratulations to
Red Sea 87. That is Red Sea 87. Black D36.
Adelaide trail by 1 with 11:08 on the clock. To the top, Kilbita. Down low, Venus fires. It was deflected. Another shot on net here for this rush team. 16 seconds left of 5-on-3. Kilbita from distance. No good. Rebound aplenty. Everybody fights for it here on the crease. Butler tracks the puck down. Tries to get it out of there. Couldn't quite. Put out to the top. Kilbita with it now. Kilbita firing. Another save. And a beautiful save from Peers has halted in the glove to rally the crowd. And they're starting to lift. So we're at 5-on-4 for the next 42 minutes. 42 seconds, apologies. 10:24 on the clock. Yeah, so the Adelaide bench appealing here, saying that that's not right. Officials will come across. So they're just working out how much time on this power play. Let's see. So 42 seconds is what it says now, but was the clock potentially ticking away after the whistle? And the game clock as well. So the score operators here will reset the penalty clock. We'll just see what they put up in a moment. While that's happening, players are out on their feet. So 49 seconds have reset the power play clock to. And Adelaide don't seem to be happy with that either. So more adjustments to be made. So they'll change the official time clock in the stadium as well. The official just over there in scorer's table. So our head referee, Daniel Macon, out there is now corrected things. So 10 minutes and 31 seconds left on the game clock. 49 seconds left on this Adelaide power play. Venus with it now. Tries to fire into the slot. St. Amar to get across. To the top. Pierce to use the stick to get that away. Tahima with it now, down low. 25 seconds left. Kilbita. There's 25 seconds left of the power play. Kilbita kept it ahead. Eventually it enters the neutral zone. Venus now with it. Venus on the left-hand side. Deflected. Three seconds left here of the power play for the Adelaide Rush. 9:45 on your game clock. Draw one by Melbourne as they clear it away. They'll have E numbers here as we battle it out for the last 9.5 minutes. Stolen away, backhanded attempt, Noonan with the save. A momentary blemish there from this Rush unit. Let's have a look at this here. Moonen was caught out there and the pass there just didn't quite work out. A shot on net. Melbourne lead by one. That would have been heartbreak for Adelaide. Here's Butler. Tahima. Now kept ahead. Shot over the top. To the corner. Shot fired into the middle. Another save from Moonen. Tense moments here. Adelaide need a goal desperately. Sapulski trying to get through. Great stick there from Cochrane. Puck just ahead. Now stolen away. Melbourne on the attack through Baker on the left-hand side. Baker tries to into the middle. Julian now with it. Win forward. Here's Harris. Davis Tope. Happy to dump it in deep. Lund will get across. On the left-hand side. Julian was quick there. And on the blue line, Melbourne keep it in their attacking zone. Can they find the go-ahead here? Anderson to St. Amar. Harris just got something on that one. 7:44 on the game clock. Fired. Moonen tried the glove save, but it was wide of the target. Adelaide now building some attack. They get it moving forward here. Here's Kulbita. Kulbita just corralling that one back, but lost it. Venus will get back there for Adelaide. Venus did really well to get it going forward. Tahima was waiting at the blue line. Nelson will pick it up on debut. Sapolsky, Marnie pulling with it now. Morthaner's there. Venning. Shot was blocked. It's going to come all the way back. Six minutes 47 on the clock. One goal separates these two juggernauts. Packed house here at O'Brien. Pride round celebration. Sees Melbourne Ice ahead by one. They look to clear their defensive zone here. Fantastic contest between these two. We've seen it all today. Harris on the left. Cochrane looks to clear it away. Adelaide did a great job to keep it ahead in their attacking zone. They've been fantastic at that all game. Fighting tooth and nail to do it there. That pass goes forward, finds Martin, who sends it deep. Cochrane will have to pick it up here. Melbourne just feel like they're really strangled in defence at the moment. Can't clear their zone. That pass into the middle could be costly. Harris goes back and picks it up though. Has Holub to help. Gets it to Holub eventually. Julian looking for the forecheck. Now into the middle. Here comes Kulbita on the right. Kulbita with the pass. It just had a bit of mustard on it. It was too quick. Now Davis Tope goes the other way. Gets it to Anderson. Julian in the middle. Anderson looking. Anderson to Julian. Shot fired, but no. Rebound still alive. Adelaide left reeling. Davis Tope back there. Out to the blue line. Melbourne looking to attack again. St. Omar puts the puck on net. Anderson with the rebound. Anderson circumnavigates the attacking zone. Fires the shot. Moonen saved. Then dealt with the rebound well. Tense stuff. What a game we've seen. A great display from both of these teams. See Anderson putting that one in there. As time ticks away, regulation time win for Adelaide becomes harder and harder. Points are going to be so important for them in this pointy end of the season. They'll need two to get up in regulation. Can they find them in the final 5 minutes? Marnie Pullen just doing her best, taking as much time off the clock as possible, trying to find an open option. Great work to keep that ahead, just get a puck in deep. Melbourne are happy as long as it spends time in their attacking zone. Adelaide, well, they're going to fight tooth and nail for every possession here. St. Omar with it. Adelaide changed their line. Holub happy to send it deep. Davis Tope. St. Omar with it. Kulbita came across, did well, Kulbita. Lund tried to keep it alive for the rush. And again, Melbourne struggling to get out of this defensive zone. They finally do. Anderson on the left-hand side. Fires the shot. Moonen had to deal with that one. Bobbled the first attempt and then managed to trap the puck. 4 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock. Puck in the attacking zone of the Melbourne Ice. We see that save there on the replay. Venus out wide. Puck into the middle. Here comes Tahima. Tahima has Cebulski there. Tahima trying. They fight for it here on the crease. There's bodies everywhere. Shot from distance. Pearce got across. It was deflected before it got to Pearce. Puck still alive. Big cheers from this Melbourne crowd as they manage to negate that attack. Dash on the left, all alone. Dash happy to just keep the puck here as long as possible. 3.5 minutes left to play. Venus will pick it up. Adelaide. That pass just didn't quite find its intended target. Davis-Toba with the interception. Davis-Toba has options. Finds Julian, who fires, but it's behind the net. Martin and Julian will battle away. Final 3 minutes of the game. Pass into the middle. Venus to Martin. Martin trying to find something. Does. Finds a gap. Martin has Kilbita. Fires the shot though. Kilbita picks up the rebound. Melbourne looking to get it out of here. Puck just falls the other way. Kilbita almost with the interception. Anderson edging it forward. Pass to Anderson in the middle. Anderson trying, couldn't quite. A good save, great defense in the end. Cebulski just got something on it with the stick. Cebulski, the speedster, now with the puck. Into the middle, Moonen has to save it. Fell for Ayres. Into the middle. Stolen away. Tahima now. Godfrey wins it back. Godfrey now on the left. Defense by Ayres. Under 2 minutes left in this game. Which way will it fall? Tahima and Butler battle away. And we'll get a whistle and restart in play. 1:38. Rush will find themselves in their defensive zone here. Brilliant work from Melbourne just to keep that puck in their attacking zone as long as possible. So the Adelaide Rush will call a timeout here. 1:38. They trail by 1. Let's take a look here at the replay. We saw some fantastic play there by Anderson. Moonen with that save. Been a gutsy effort from both teams. Both goaltenders trying hard here in the final stages. Martin's shot was brilliant. Pearce with the save. One before from Anderson. Moonen got across and Cebulski helped in there. Some tense moments in this game. This one could truly go either way. 1 minute and 38 seconds of regulation time on the clock. Melbourne Ice 6. The Adelaide Rush 5. Home crowd starts to rally. We saw 3 goals in this third period. One to Cebulski, Cochrane and Godfrey. Down low, Davis-Toba to collect it behind the net. Flicked out to the top. Melbourne happy to send it in deep. 1:21 on the clock. They pull the goalie. Adelaide will now go with an extra attacker. They're under pressure here. An open net opportunity. Save, body on the line. Unbelievable stuff. It's dangerous now with the empty net, but they've got to do it. Season on the line here. Under a minute left. Have they got an opportunity to move the puck here from coast to coast? They'll go forward with it. They at least have it in their attacking zone. They've got it in deep. 48 seconds on the clock. Pullen happy to keep that one in the corner as long as possible. Valuable seconds getting shredded off the clock right now. Cleared away. They keep it ahead of the blue line. Holub tries to get across. Mulvaney's in there. St. Omar trying to negate the puck. Under 30 seconds left. That one's cleared away. You feel Adelaide have just got one more attack left in them. Whistle blown. It's going to come all the way back. 20.9 on the clock. Puck in the... Let's take a look at this save early. There was the empty net. Beautifully worn there from Kulbita. 20.9 on the clock. Empty net, Adelaide rush. They're rolling the dice. Out to the top, Kulbita. Sends it down low, into the slot, Ayres tried! It's behind the net. Final 10 seconds of the period. Ayres with it now, put that one in. It was deflected, Melbourne clear it away. How many seconds left here? Icing's the call, 1.2. So they're going to reset the clock. The officials went straight over to the timekeepers. And 2.5 seconds on the clock. That seemed the signal. .4 is being thrown on the clock. So just a hidden hope here, you feel. Draw comes. It's in favour of the Ice. And they get up in a close one. An unbelievable game. But the Melbourne Ice get it done at home. What a game that was. So many lead changes in that one. The Adelaide Rush absolutely threw everything at them here at O'Brien. But the Melbourne Ice just able to get their necks in front at the end. If you're an Adelaide Rush fan, hold your heads up high. That was a fantastic performance. This makes tomorrow's game even more sweeter. 6-5. What a contest. Let's take a look at the point scorers for the Adelaide Rush. It was a hat-trick today for Jordan Kulbita, who scored 3. Tori Sabulski had a double, scoring 2. Assistees for the Adelaide Rush were Venus with 2 assists, Lunn with 1, Green, Martin and Tahima with single points with the assists. Your goal scorers for the Melbourne Ice, Shana Godfrey had 2, Carmen Anderson, Emily Davis-Tope, Steph Cochran and Danielle Butler with singles. And your assistees for the Melbourne Ice, Danielle Butler with the 3 assists to add to her goal for 4 points. Tara Baker, Jusimovic with 2 assists apiece. Carmen Anderson, St. Omar and Julian had assists in that one. Well, another absolute classic. Make sure you join us tomorrow because I feel that game is going to be another amazing contest. 2 o'clock tomorrow here on YouTube. Fantastic stuff as the Melbourne Ice are victorious here as they win this one 6-5. We'll see you tomorrow.